Hey y'all, today we're doing faux locks. I'm so excited. I just touched up my hair and recolored it and got it all fresh so there's no roots, because I felt like I would have a problem with it if I did a root color. Sometimes things like bother me and I feel like having two different colors would bother me. Touched up my hair color, I went the easy route and I just used the L'Oreal High Color Highlights in Golden Blonde, and I lifted it to like kind of a brown color, and then I deposited an orange color. I used Arctic Fox's Sunset Orange, one of my favorite orange colors for my hair that I've been using for months now, but I mixed with conditioner because it is a very vibrant like highlighter. Like Arctic Fox I think is just so vibrant, so I mixed it with conditioner to dilute it a little bit. So I have braided my hair down. I am doing faux locks, crocheted, and then I'm gonna wrap some hair on top, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do goddess, but we're gonna see. I just colored the bundles that I'm gonna be using, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna see. So in preparation for the locks, I spent about 6 hours today and maybe like 5 or 6 hours yesterday braiding my hair down. I did these circle parts, you guys can see, which I find to be easy to do by yourself, because you don't have to obsess over being straight, because I do obsess over my parts. I've done that. I braided my hair down. I just shampoo conditioned and I applied leave-in to my hair, twisted it up and left that for a few days, and then I came back yesterday and I detangled my hair, re-moisturized it. So I moisturized with the Afro-G Curlific Moisture Leave-In. I really love this product. I've been using it for years now, I think, and I sealed it in with shea butter. This is shea butter and oil mix. It was supposed to be whipped, but it's not really that whipped, but it's mixed with like jojoba oil, olive oil, castor oil, argan oil, you know, some like whatever favorite oils you want, and then shea butter. And my hair really loves shea butter. And then I just parted and cleaned up the parts and got my hair like super tamed with the Eco. I did start off by doing like a braid at the root and then twisting, but my hair was like puffing up too big and I didn't want the locks to be any bulkier than they needed to be, so I did braids. So if you're wondering like if you want to do braids or twists, if you're going for like a thick lock, do a twist because it can give you more, make it bigger. But if like I'm using crochet, so I needed it to be in a specific size, so I did braids. Also, I have about 70 braids in my head. Well, I have exactly 70. I counted because I bought the crochets and I wanted to make sure that I had enough. So I am doing crochet locks and I'm gonna be using these. So because I couldn't find a crochet lock in a 350 color, so the color that this lock is gonna be didn't really matter to me because I had to go over it again anyways. So it didn't really matter what color it was. I could have gotten black, I could have gotten blonde. I decided to get T530, which is a black, it's red with like a black red color, and it's red on the ends, but I think I'm gonna be cutting these anyways. So I'm gonna be using these. This is the free trust braid 2 times Nikki lock 30 inches. To wrap my hair with, I'm going to be using Marley hair because I could not find any like no locks in 350 at my beauty supply stores, which are really good. Like they have a lot of stuff, but they didn't have a lot of 350. So they didn't have locks and they didn't have spring twists in 350, so I'm going to be doing them with Marley hair. And from the research that I've done, I won't, like Marley hair can do a distressed like butterfly lock just as well as spring twist hair can. So I did make sure to just get the loosest Marley hair texture. Sometimes it can be like really coarse. This one has more like ripples in it. And I got the 2 times Afro twist braid in 350. This is Marley style, original Marley. So just in case, my beauty supply did have this TT 350, which is like black at the top and then 350 at the bottom in a water wave color. So I thought like if my roots grew out, I could use this to do like black and then this, or if the Marley hair isn't giving me the exact look I want, I can go over with this, but I just got this just in case. So this is a free trust braid crochet water wave in 22 inches. And then for my possible goddess ends, I just have some bundle hair, some old bundle hair from that wig I made a long time ago. So I took some of the tracks out one time, so I just have some, and I attempted to color it right now, but I should have bleached it twice, but I didn't feel like it. So we're gonna see. It's still wet. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna add this, but yeah, so I just bleached this once, and then I used Adore Paprika to color it. And of course I do have a crochet hook, and I think that's pretty much it. So that's everything that I've done before and everything that I'm going to be using for my locks. So I started off by crocheting all the locks into each of the braids. The way that I did it was I pulled the crochet through the base of my braid and then pushed it down the needle, and then pulled the braid through the loop of the crochet, and it creates some kind of knot. I'm not really sure how it stays in, but it does, and that's what I did. So I've moved on to wrapping, and I've done a few. I've been trying to figure out like the best way to do it with the least amount of hair. Update time. So I've run out of hair, Marley hair to wrap with. So I'm gonna have to go get some more. Unfortunately, me not being able to find the right color and having to wrap like all the way down, and I didn't expect to have to use that much because now they're going to be kind of heavy, you know. It's like I almost feel like I didn't even need the crochet. Like, since I had to braid my hair, I should have just braided in some hair, but then I would have had to use more hair to wrap it because the parts that I did are pretty big. So then I don't know, but I'm about a third of the way done, so I'm gonna have to get double the amount that I started with to finish, because I counted and I completed 23 locks with 4 packs of hair. Hey y'all, it's another day, and yesterday I went to go get some more hair, and I'm opening it now, and I just want to show y'all like how little bit of hair is in these packs. I'm pretty sure the packs that I got yesterday had way more, but if they had this same amount, now I see why I need so many. I used 4 pieces. Like, this is literally like 4 pieces in a pack. I'm not sure why there's so little. Whatever. Like, this is not a lot at all. Do you see how like little this is? Oh my gosh. It's way less than the other packs that I had. But now I understand why the packs were $3.99, because usually Marley hair is a little bit more expensive than that. That's because there's nothing in here. So for the wrapping portion, the first thing that I do is cut the ends off. I didn't want them to be too long, so I ended up cutting the red part off all of the locks, and then in the front I did a little bit shorter so it could have more like layered look. So after I cut that off, I just twisted the braid and the lock, the crocheted lock, together so they would stay together. After that, I glued a piece of the bundle hair to the end of the lock. I did about 1/2 inch, like 1/4 to 1/2 inch pieces, and I just cut the tracks and cut little pieces. And then I crocheted 2 pieces of marley hair, full length marley hair pieces through the base, and I began wrapping. I made sure to do the base of the lock pretty snug. I wanted to make sure to like kind of pull it tight so it wouldn't be too chunky at the base, because my braid was kind of thick, and so I didn't want it to be too chunky. But be careful not to do it too tight, because I did it a little too tight and my scalp was kind of hurting. So, you know, find a happy medium. And then after I secured the base, I did it pretty messily. I wrapped the rest of the lock pretty messily, and as you can see, like I kind of let the crochet lock show through, and I found that that kind of helped me get a more distressed, like messy look. So that also helped the marley hair go farther by making it like, you know, showing the lock through. So it'd be cool, like if you wanted like a two-tone color, or you wanted like a natural highlight, you could get like a blonde and like show some of the hair through, and it'll kind of look like it's highlighted. So if I did this again, I would do like a blonde or something like that. But so I crochet, and then I wrap all the way down, and it's pretty simple. After I finish with that piece, I add another piece of hair, but I cut it in half so it's shorter, so it's easier to work with, and I just add as much as necessary. Sometimes I only needed 3 pieces of marley hair for a lock, sometimes I needed 4. It just depended on how I was wrapping it. But that's basically it. And once I got to the end, I just wrapped it back up, and sometimes I knotted it, sometimes I didn't. I didn't really care. But yeah, the wrapping part was pretty simple, and once you got like the process down, it moved pretty quickly. So that was all that I did. Hey y'all, so it's been almost a week now since I finished my hair, so they've been settling in and I'm so happy with them. They're finally like not really hurting anymore. I did them a little too tight. Normally when I do my own hair, I never do it too tight, but I guess since, you know, wrapping my hair, it was easy to make it too tight. This is the finished look, my locks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.